Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for today's Boston Red Sox 1975 season replay, opening day. It's been a while since I've been on my channel here with any of my own projects. For the last 6 months or so, I've been concentrating on broadcasting Field of Dreams baseball. That's the draft league I play on that was created by Steve Tate and Big Clue. It's been very successful. We're into our 10th major league season this season. And I still plan on doing that, but I for the last 6 months, I have not broadcast any of my own projects, and we're going to start again. It's like I said, it's been 6 months since I finished up my 1949 Boston Red Sox season replay last October, and here we are on April 8th, 2025, exactly 50 years to the day of the Red Sox opening game at Fenway Park of the 1975 season. Dave Lando checks in. Thank you for coming by, Dave. Anyway, if you're used to any of these broadcasts, I throw in a little history with the ball game. So let's start off with a little bit of history from 1975. For those of you who didn't live it, South Vietnam falls to North Vietnam. The Vietnam War ends in 1975. President Gerald Ford escapes 2 assassination attempts in this year, and you think it's wild now in 2025. 2 assassination attempts in the same year on a president. It's pretty wild if you ask me. And once again, women may enter the Armed Service Academy. This is for the first time. Women got the right to go in. Maybe 50 years later they're going to lose it, but right now, in 1975, they can enter the Armed Service Academy. Patty Hearst, for those of you who know who she is, was captured. Jimmy Hoffa disappeared. People know who Jimmy Hoffa is, the most famous disappearance in history, still not solved. And what else? And the United States and Soviet Union start a joint space venture. Anyway, those are some of the highlights of what was happening around the world in 1975. In baseball, as the year turned the page to January, the Astros' Don Wilson died of carbon monoxide poisoning at the age of 29. In February that year, the Orioles trade Boog Powell to the Indians. And let's see, also in February, the Giants sell Dave Kingman to the New York Mets for the gigantic sum of $125,000. March of 1975, Hall of Fame outfielder Joe Medwick died at age 63. Medwick played 17 years, had .324 with 205 home runs in the major leagues. He was inducted into baseball's Hall of Fame in 1968. Mel Stottlemyre at the end of March was released by the Yankees. And on April 8th, which is the day we are currently at, in Cleveland, with an opening day crowd of 56,204 on hand, baseball's first black manager, Frank Robertson, makes his debut at the helm of the Indians. Rachel Robertson, the widow of Jackie Robertson, throws out the first ball. The Indians beat the Yankees 5-3. Robertson hits a first-inning homer, the 575th of his career. Boog Powell homered for the Indians and drove in 2 runs. Gaylord Perry gets the win for his 199th of his career. And 1 year to the day after hitting his 715th career home run, and you're going to see him today, Henry Aaron debuts in a Milwaukee Brewers uniform at Fenway Park. That's the game we're doing today. Aaron is hitless in 3 at-bats in real life in his first ever AL game, won by Boston 5-2. Tony Conigliaro is back with the Red Sox in uniform for the first time since '71. He collected a hit and 4 at-bats. I don't know if any of those things are going to happen today in our replay, but there you are, April 8th, 1978. As you can see on the screen, the season opened yesterday, April 7th, and the Kansas City Royals won their game over the Angels. St. Louis won their game over Montreal, and the Reds and Houston Astros beat the Braves and the Dodgers. And that's what we got so far. So let's continue on and with Out of the Park Baseball 26, play the game versus the Brewers. We are going to use as played lineups. I am not going to, we'll let the game decide what we do with the game. We're not going to copy the season exactly, but the lineups are going to be as played. And for the hometown Boston Red Sox, they're going to have Juan Benitez in left field batting first, Fred Lynn batting second in center field, his rookie year in 1975. You will notice that Jim Rice is not in the opening day lineup. Kari Yastrzemski at first base batting third, Tony Conigliaro the DH fourth. This will be a short-lived experiment. He will retire a short ways into 1975 as his eyesight deteriorated and he was not able to hit major league pitching. Rico Petrocelli at third base batting fifth, Dwight Evans sixth in right field, Bob Montgomery's catching batting seventh. Carlton Fisk starts the year on the disabled list. Rick Burleson at short hitting eighth, Doug Griffin at second base and batting ninth with Louis Tiant, who passed away recently here in 2025, 50 years after this game was played. Louis Tiant is pitching for the Red Sox. Milwaukee Brewers will have Bob Coluccio in center field batting first, Johnny Briggs in left field batting second, Hank Aaron, the DH, batting third, George Scott, ex-Red Sox first baseman, hitting cleanup at first, Don Money at third, hitting fifth, Darrell Porter catching sixth, Sixto Lexcano in right field seventh, Pedro Garcia at second, eighth, Robert Yount, the Hall of Fame shortstop, will be batting ninth, and Jim Slayton pitching. Let's start the game. Okay, here we go. As is my practice, I will be having the computer call most of the plays for both sides, and I will concentrate on calling the play-by-play. And we're underway here at Fenway Park. There's a grounder to first. One away. Yastrzemski took that to the bag. Unassisted. Johnny Briggs up for the first time this year facing Louis Tiant. And we repeat the play. 3 unassisted. 2 up, 2 down. And here he is, Hank Aaron, first at bat in the American League for the Milwaukee Brewers. And this time Yastrzemski on a toss to the pitcher covering. 1, 2, 3, go the Brewers. We head to the bottom of the first. No score. Benitez steps in. Slayton winds and delivers. Ground ball is short. 1 away. Slayton now pitching to what will be, in real life, the Rookie of the Year, Fred Lynn. One of the best seasons I've ever seen. Ground ball to second. And he's going to be out. 2 down. Kari Yastrzemski on the backside of his career. He had a good season in 1975, but he didn't have the same type of season he had in the 60s. However, he starts it off with a line drive down the right field line. It's into the corner. He's headed for 2, and he's in with a double. And there's the first hit of the 1975 Red Sox season. Yastrzemski's doubles in the right field. Tony Conigliaro. Conigliaro's been retired since 1972. He retired with the California Angels. He has made a comeback and played well enough in spring training to make the team. We'll talk more about Tony C as the season progresses. And he is going to be out in left field. They caught the ball. At the end of one, there's no score. Tiant this inning will face Scott Money and Porter. George Scott lines out to left field. One down. Don Money. I recall Don as being a better than average player. And he's going to drop one in the right field. That ball is taken on the bounce and thrown in as Evans holds the runner to a single. Darrell Porter stepping in to the left side. Tiant fires. There goes the runner. Here's the throw. He's out by a mile. Two down. 3-2 count on Darrell Porter. And that's to center field where Lynn puts it away for the out. Innings over. We head to the bottom of the second. Still no score. David NS Railfan stops by. Good evening to you. I'm glad you stopped by to check in. Bottom of the second, Rico Petrocelli, Dwight Evans, Bob Montgomery to face Jim Slayton. And there's a base hit in the right center field. Runner on. Dwight Evans, one of my favorite all-time players. He's I think in the third year of his career, and he hits it to the gap in right center field all the way to the triangle. Rounding third and holding is Petrocelli, and the Red Sox start the inning with runners on second and third. Nobody out. Slayton in trouble, and Bob Montgomery catching in the place of Carlton Fisk, who is on the DL. The pitch, ground ball to second. It's going to score a run. They're going to get the out. Montgomery did his job, grounding out to second base, advancing the runners. Red Sox lead 1-0. Rick Burleson. Burleson, a slick fielding shortstop, strikes out. And the ninth hitter, Doug Griffin, playing second base. He's going to hit it to second base. His counterpart gets it to first for the out. Innings over, but not before the Red Sox score a run. They lead at the end of 2, 1-0. Here in opening day, 1975. We are playing April 8th, 1975 from Fenway Park in Boston. 50 years to the date, Sisto Lescano steps up to face Louis Tiant. Tiant gets a strikeout. Pedro Garcia up. Tiant looking good, second strikeout of the inning, and will face the upcoming young player who will be a Hall of Famer, Robin Yount. Fly ball to center field. Lynn puts it away. 1, 2, 3, go the Brewers. We head to the bottom of the third. Red Sox lead 1-0. Here we go. Slayton on the mound. Top of the Red Sox order. Beniquez 0 for 1 in today's game. And that one's headed deep into the corner. And that's into the bleachers, carried all the way for a home run. Juan Beniquez with his first home run of the year. That ball traveled 408 feet, and it just cleared the center field wall. Red Sox now lead 2-0. Freddie Lynn stepping in. He's 0 for 1 today. Pops it up. Third baseman puts it away for the out. Money throws the ball around, and Slayton now to face Carl Yastrzemski, who doubled to lead off his 1975 season. He's going to hit a slow roller to third, and they're not going to get him. He beats it out. Base hit. Yastrzemski now 2 for 2. Tony C. up. Tony Canigliaro, the youngest player in the history of baseball to hit 100 home runs. I think that's been surpassed, but at one point he held the record. Canigliaro strikes out. Yastrzemski holds their first. 2 away. Rico Petrocelli got a hit his first time up. Hits it well, but it's going to be a routine fly ball to right center field to end the inning. Red Sox pick up another run. We head to the top of the fourth. Scores now 2-0. 2-0 Red Sox. Top of the fourth is going to see the top of the Milwaukee order. Coluccio, Briggs, and Henry Aaron. It's a thrill watching Henry Aaron play at Fenway Park. Tiant delivers, and there's a fly out to left. 1 away for Johnny Briggs, stepping into the left side. Briggs goes down. That is the third strikeout today for Tiant. He now faces Henry Aaron. Henry Aaron is second at bat in the American League. Ground ball to Yastrzemski, takes it to the bag. 1, 2, 3, go the Brewers in the fourth. We head to the bottom of the fourth, 2-0 Red Sox. Slayton faces Evans, Montgomery, and Burleson here in the bottom of the fourth. One down. If you haven't followed my games, and there aren't too many people on right now, but for those who might watch it later on, I play each game on the day it was played. Every now and then my schedule doesn't allow it, but today is April 8th, 2025. We will play April 8th, 1975. I'm also this season going to have a 1972 and a 1949 Red Sox project. Those games start next week, I believe, on the 15th and the 16th. Keep an eye on my Facebook page, and I will advertise when those broadcasts will begin, and I will come on before the broadcasts on YouTube, and they will send anybody that subscribes to the channel a notice. Bob Montgomery, another strikeout for Slayton. He now has 4 strikeouts and no walks in 3 2/3 innings. Slayton delivers, and there's a fly ball to center field. The inning is over. We head to the top of the fifth, 2-0 Red Sox. We'll be right back. Here we are again at the top of the fifth. If you do follow 1975, the Red Sox won the pennant, faced one of the best teams in the history of the sport. The 75 Cincinnati Reds took them to 7 games. If you follow, like I said, if you follow my if you follow my replays, I just try to change Red Sox history. So I'm going to play this entire season. I'm going to have to win the pennant, and then I'm going to have to face the Reds to try to change the outcome of that 7th game. But that's the fun of what we're doing. Tiant, who's pitching a one-hit shutout, will face the ex-Red Sox first baseman George Scott, followed by Don Money and Darrell Porter. Scott deep in the right field. And I think that is over Evans's head as Scott trots around. 387-foot home run, and it is 2-1. As George Scott gets even with his ex-team, he's got great power to the opposite field, which he just showed you. Don Money up. Line drive. It's off the glove of Burleson, and it's going to be, well, is it going to be a hit? It's going to be an error. Official scorer charges Burleson with the first error of 1975. Here we go. Runner on first, Darrell Porter up. There goes the runner. There's the throw. He's safe. First stolen base of the season. Tying run on second. Still nobody out here in the 5th. Line drive. Oh, good play. Diving stop, but the runner is safe. Infield hit for Porter now. Tiant finds himself in a jam. Runners on first and third. Sisto Lescano up, looking to tie the game up with a base hit or a fly ball. Ground ball to second. And we've got another infield hit. Run will score. Tiant not getting much luck with these infield hits today. Runners on first and second. Tie game. There's the bunt. That looked like a pop-up to me. Let's see what happened. If I'm not mistaken, I go right there. Don Money caught stealing. We're in the top of the 5th. Let's get down there. Pop-up on the bunt by Pedro Garcia. There you go. Okay, here we go. Robin Yount up. One down, first and second. Occupied. And Yount strikes out as Tiant buckles down. Gets to the top of the order. Fly ball to center field. Inning over, but not before the Brewers tie it up halfway home. It is Boston 2, Milwaukee 2. Slayton now will face the bottom of the Red Sox order. Griffin followed by Beniquez and Lynn at the top of the order. Base hit in the right field. Doug Griffin on first. Juan Beniquez homered his last time up. Line drive, and it's just inside the line. It's a fair ball. It's going to be a double. And the Red Sox are in business with runners on second and third. Nobody out, bottom of the 5th. Slayton now will face Fred Lynn, who's yet to get a hit. 0 for 2. He'll get a lot of hits before this year's out. Line drive. Great play by the second baseman. Yastrzemski now with a chance for the Red Sox to take the lead. Yastrzemski pops it up to third. And after the Red Sox get 2 runners on, they quickly get 2 outs. And Tony Conigliaro comes to the plate. And the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. As we go to the 6th, we're tied at 2. Tiant is allowed 2 runs, 4 hits, and the Red Sox have made 1 error. He will face Johnny Briggs to lead off here in the top of the 6th. Base hit up the middle. Briggs at first. Henry Aaron up for the 3rd time today. Tiant winds and fires. Fly to center field. He's going to be out. George Scott homered his last time up. Fly ball to center field again. And there's the 2nd out as Lynn puts it away. Don Money popped up attempting to sacrifice. His last time up, Briggs at first, 2 down. Ground ball to Burleson. Across the diamond for the out. The Brewers are out in the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 2. Rico Petrocelli steps to the plate. Lots of ground balls unassisted to first so far in this game. 1 down. Dwight Evans, 1 for 2. Dwight Evans lines out to Money at 3rd. Dwight Evans will have a great career with the Red Sox. He's not been voted to the Hall of Fame. He's no longer on the ballot. But I can tell you, I think he deserves to be there. Slayton pitched to Bob Montgomery. Line drive to 3rd again. The inning is over. We head to the top of the 7th. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Red Sox. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Brewers. As we head to the top of the 7th, we glance at the Milwaukee Brewers batting order there. We've got Briggs with a hit, Scott with a hit, Money, Porter with a hit. If we look at Louis Tiant, he's pitched 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, struck out 4, and walked nobody. He's going to start this inning by pitching to Porter, Lezcano, and then Garcia. High pop up to the infield. Third baseman calls off the catcher for the out. Tiant facing Lezcano. The 0-1 pitch. Down the line in the right field. It's off the wall. Evans to second, and it's not going to be in time. And there's a double. Lezcano on second base represents the go-ahead run. Tiant not remotely tired, as you can see the scale. He's about halfway done, and we're in the 7th inning. Pedro Garcia steps to the plate. Ground ball grabbed by the third baseman across the diamond for the out. Petrocelli made a great play. 2 away now, runner on second base, Robin Yount. Robin Yount hitless today. Tiant delivers to left, deep. And that ball is into the net. A 2-run home run off Louis Tiant. Robin Yount hits it 356 feet into the netting down the left field line. Red Sox now trail 4-2 as they are stunned. The crowd not knowing what to say now. Louis Tiant was pitching great up until this inning. The bullpen is going to start to see some action. And Diego Segui is going to start to warm up for the Red Sox. Tiant delivers. Deep in the right field. And there's back-to-back home runs for the Milwaukee Brewers. 5-2 is the Brewer lead. That's a big home run for the Brewers. Coluccio now with his first hit. It's a home run. We're going to visit the mound. He's not even close to being tired. Okay. He's not close to being tired, but he's close to being pulled, giving up 5 runs on 8 hits. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. I think that'll about do it. Diego Segui is ready. And he's going to replace Louis Tiant, who ends up going 6 2/3 innings, allowing 5 hits and 9 runs. Red Sox trailing 2-0. Excuse me, 5-2. Segui trying to get the last out of the inning. Pops it up. Burleson puts it away. Inning's finally over. But not before the Brewers score 3 runs. And we take a 5-2 lead. Brewers take a 5-2 lead headed into the bottom of the 7th. And we'll be back in a moment. Yes, Ralph fan. In real life, the Red Sox did win. But that's what I like about replays. And the reason I do season replays is because no 2 games are ever the same. I'm happy if they get close to their annual record, but I don't expect to win any particular game. And certainly this one is probably the case. Slayton pitching with a 3-run lead will face Burleson, Griffin, and Beniquez. Line drive on the bounce. They're going to get him, right? Or is he going to be safe? Lots of stuff bounced around. Bad throw. Aid Burleson is safe. We've got an error. Just what you don't want to see with a 3-run lead in the late innings is bad fielding plays. And there's a fly ball to right. 1 away, runner still on first. Juan Beniquez homered earlier today and goes down on strikes as he checks his swing. Freddie Lynn still looking for his first hit of 1975. And he's going to ground to second. There goes the Red Sox pretty meekly as we head to the top of the 8th. 5-2 Milwaukee. Diego Segui still on the mound. He will face Scott, who's homered, Money, and Porter. Scott on the ground to Burleson. 1 down. Don Money's got a stolen base today. He is 1 for 3. Segui delivers. and strikes him out. Segui now to face Darryl Porter, who is also 1 for 3. Deep in the center field, Lynn backing up and gets it in front of the warning track. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 5-2 Milwaukee. Slayton now will face the heart of the Red Sox, Yastrzemski, Canigliaro, and Petrocelli. That was actually the heart of the Red Sox order when they won the pennant last time in 1967. Yastrzemski in a left field base hit. He did that a lot in his career. Base hit. Runner on first. Carl Yastrzemski. Tony Canigliaro up 0 for 3 today, making his comeback from a 3-year layoff in baseball here. And he walks him. Runners on first and second. Brings the tying run to the plate in the person of Rico Petrocelli, 1 for 3 today. Petrocelli's got the perfect Fenway Park swing. He's got that short stroke. And it was nice to see him hit one into the net. But we're not going to see it. That's called strike 3. 1 out, runners on first and second. Dwight Evans. Jim Slayton gets the sign. In the right center field, and there it goes. It is over the Red Sox bullpen into the right field bleachers. And the Red Sox tie it up 5-all in the bottom of the 8th. How about that? Dwight Evans puts it into the right center field bleachers over the Red Sox bullpen as Yoko shows up. It is a 5-all game. Bill Castro is now in the pitch for Milwaukee. I have no idea why Out of the Park doesn't make those announcements, because if I don't catch it, I don't know it. He's facing Bob Montgomery now with 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Montgomery in the right field, base hit. Montgomery on first. Well, let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, I'm going to leave him in, see if he gets to second base before we pinch run for him. Rick Burleson up. Base hit in the right field. That's going to end up to be a double. Burleson he is out. George Scott cut off the throw. I can't believe it. Burleson tried to take second. The base running is automatic. That was not my decision. Montgomery at third. I am not going to pinch run since there's 2 outs. A base hit will score him. Fly ball will do nothing. Doug Griffin is up. Let's see who we have on. Well, we do have Jim Rice on the bench. We have Cecil Cooper. We have a right-handed pitcher. We're going to bat Cecil Cooper. Now, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Okay. How about this? How about we hit that? I don't know what that just did. But that did not put him batting for Doug Griffin. So I'm going to try to remember, since I haven't played this game in 6 months, how to do this. Boston substitutions, click and hold, David says. Okay. I don't know what I'm clicking and holding. Why don't we do this? We go here. I know what we're doing. Okay, I got you. Since I can't, there we go. Now I remember. There we go. Okay. It took a minute. I apologize. But Cecil Cooper is up facing Bill Castro here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And they intentionally walked him. Well, let's see what Juan Benitez can do. He hit a home run earlier. Base hit into center field. Red Sox take a 6-5 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Freddie Lynn, 2 runners on. And that ball's in the left field. Bases will be loaded. They hold the runner at third. Funny how it took me a minute to remember the click and drag. It's actually really very simple. Bases loaded, Kari Yastrzemski up. Let's see what Yaz can do. Yaz is going to ground out, but there's going to be an error. Unbelievable. Is the error on the throw or is it on the catch? Let's find out here. Is Garcia makes a bad throw. The Red Sox now lead 7-5. Tony Canigliaro up. Base is still loaded. Red Sox with 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Yastrzemski goes to second as Canigliaro walks in a run. 8-5. Well, if the Red Sox can hold them in the 9th inning, opening day crowd's going to go home laughing and smiling as the Red Sox come back from a 5-2 deficit in inning number 8. Rico Petrocelli up. Bill Castro still on the mound. And he strikes him out. The inning is over. We head to the top of the 9th. It's 8-5 Boston. I got a defensive position missing, right? It is the second baseman. Tell me I only have 1 second baseman in the 1 second baseman on the roster. That's hard to believe. Well, I do know something about the Red Sox. Benitez can play second base. And Jim Rice can play the outfield. Whoops, where am I? Here we go, top of the 9th inning. We're going to leave Diego Segui in. He is a good relief pitcher. He's going to face Lescano, Garcia, and Yount, Rice and left. Juan Benitez playing second base. Of course, the ball finds Beniquez at second base. Base hit. Doesn't that always happen? I'm going to have to bring up a second baseman from the minor leagues tomorrow, since their roster only had one second baseman in the lineup. Runners out at second. Beniquez caught it. I guess I should be happy. Runner on first is Garcia. Robert Yount up. Yount has homered today. He is 1 for 3. Red Sox lead by 3. 1 out, top of the ninth. Segui delivers. Ground ball to second. Over to first, and Beniquez completes the double play to end the game. Congratulations, Boston Red Sox, as they pour out onto the field. They win opening day here at Fenway Park, April 8th, 1975. 8 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for the Red Sox, 5-10-2 for the Milwaukee Brewers. And let's read the little write-up we get here from Out of the Park Baseball, which I think is pretty cool. Red Sox score late, stun Brewers 8-5. The 1975 season is off to a good start for the Boston Red Sox. The hometown Red Sox knocked off the Milwaukee Brewers 8-5 at Fenway. Boston's second baseman Juan Beniquez paced his team to the win. The game was all tied up in the bottom of the 8th until Beniquez delivered a big time for Boston, stroking a dramatic run-scoring single off Bill Castro. The game-changing hit put the Red Sox on top 6-5. Well, I can tell you, I think the play of the 3-run home run hit by Dwight Evans was the hit of the game. And anyway, there we go. Let's leave this game. I thought it was a very exciting game to start the season with. We'll finish today. Red Sox and Yankees lead the division, followed by, in the West, Oakland, Texas. Kansas City all with a game apiece. The Mets and Cardinals lead in the NL East, and the Astros, the only 2-0 team in Major League Baseball. I want to thank everybody for coming by to watch my opening day broadcast. David, NS Rail fan, thank you for coming by. Yoko, I appreciate you stopping by to watch the game. David Landau, of course. We'll see you on Discord with Field of Dreams. And for all those people that will be watching later on, hope you have a nice evening. We will do these broadcasts about once a week for 75. We'll also do one for 72 once a week and one for 49 once a week. We'll do 3 of them a week between now and October, and we'll hope to see you all there. Anyway, have a nice evening, everybody. We'll catch you next time.